Hi, everybody. It's Jeffrey, and it's red color. And as always, my live videos are last minute. I'm actually turning off my phone or turning on the sound or changing the sound so that it doesn't drive me crazy. Whatever, just got a message. All right, so I've been meaning to do this all day. Somebody came over and helped me with some translations, and I'm really grateful. And hope the lighting is okay. I was going to do this a few minutes ago and the electric went out. I was like, oh, but I'm back. Okay. So thank you all for joining me. I'm really grateful to be here. This is the little reading for November 13th, which is the new moon. So a new moon is a really good time to set an intent and to let go of what doesn't work. So, make a little ritual for yourself. I have my iced tea. Make a little ritual for yourself. So, a little ritual that I do, thank you for the hearts. A little ritual that I do is I write down on a piece of paper, I release two or three things. I set it on fire. I let the ashes go up into the heavens. And then on another piece of paper, I write down, I receive, or even better than I receive is I have, like I already have what I want, right? And it could be a physical thing or it could be an energy. I am confident. I am supported. I am comfortable, something like that. And then plant it somewhere. So I plant it in my plants, or you don't have any plants, put it in a space that's like a space, just make that space a holy space. Like there's a holy space, even in a drawer. Put it in your pillow. Yeah. There you go. Make it something. Make it something. All right. And the little message, this is the message. I think it was a message from me, but when I get a message, I'm supposed to deliver it to you. I hope the lighting is okay. It's a little weird. You are loved. That's the message. You are loved. Isn't that beautiful? You are loved. So it's really about allowing yourself to be loved, opening up to the blessing of being loved. And yeah, it's nice, right, Angel? Isn't that nice? Yeah, I wanted to go live earlier, and I had like an appointment, and then a friend came over last minute, and he helped me with the translation, which really helped me. People are really good to me here. People are really, really, really good to me here. Not that they weren't good to me in the States, but it's a different level of like going out of their way to help me. It's a different level, and I'm really grateful. So let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the cards have to say. And then the next live I'll do, I think, what is the 27th is the full moon? Okay. So that, taking that energy, I am loved. I am supported. I am admired. I am cherished. And if you don't feel it, call it in. Call it in. I call on my higher self. I call on my angels and guides. I call on my ancestors, right? Because sometimes, you're loved, but like people don't really express it as, I don't know, openly or as freely as one would like, let's say. Oh, look. I have two tens. So tens mean something is complete and something is new is starting. It's 10. I have the happy, lovely, comforting home, the promise fulfilled. I have the end of a way of thinking and a new dawn rising. I know it's a very dark card, and but swords are all dark. But it's the end of a way of thinking. Actually, the iconography is fabulous in this card. and a new dawn is rising. So it's like I put that to bed. So it's a really good night to do a ritual. Um, and just do something really simple. I just gave a suggestion, but do, what feels right to you. Do what feels right to you. Because sometimes you look up these things online, it's like, oh, well, you need cinnamon, it has to be a pink candle. It's like light a lighter and set something smelly on fire in the apartment. It's fine. Something that smells pleasant. Glade. I've never bought any of those things. Whatever. And then I have the 8, which is a really good card. 8 is about abundance. And this is about financial abundance, but it's also about abundance in your creativity, because this is the crafts person. So the way, for me, this is like whistle while you work. This is like the whistle while you work card. And he's a crafts person, but he's both. He's a mentor and a mentee, right? And he's so involved in his work and the physical act of doing his work that he's kind of lost and he's kind of blissed out. And it's in the work itself that he finds the satisfaction and the abundance. And it could also really, but it's physical. That's the thing about the pentacles. It's physical. And, some people love cleaning the house. They love it. Like it makes them feel really satisfied. They get creative. And so, because sometimes people, I think, get mistaken with this. It's like, well, I have to paint or I have to be a poet, or it's like, no, don't put yourself in a box. Yeah, don't put yourself in a box. Do what it is you want to do. I mean, if it's physical and it's abundant, turn on some music that you like and dance around the house. There you go. Right. It could be as simple as that. All right. Now, moving forward. Oh, the Angel of Healing is here. This is a really lovely card. It's really lovely. And it's a card of Sagittarius, and we're coming into Sagittarius season soon, about 2 weeks. So it's the Angel Raphael. And he's also the alchemist. And there's this energy in that card of, it's almost like I'm going to utilize my experience and I'm going to utilize my knowledge and my whatever of the past and balance it into something more creative, into something more healing, into something more intuitive. I'm going to balance it. You know what it feels like? It feels like, sometimes you have like a weird bad feeling about the past in some one way or another, a person or a situation or something like that. But it feels like the fire is out of it, right? Like that is out of it. And it's like, okay, well, like that relationship used to be really lovely and now it isn't, or whatever. But I'm thinking about the loveliness of it and what I learned and what I gathered and the healing quality of it. And I'm putting it together with this new energy that's coming in, because that portal thing was beyond. It really was. I did a meditation on that. I think that was the last live video that I did. And that's what's coming in. It's this balance. It's also this energy. I mean, in that card, one foot on the floor, on the ground, excuse me, and the other in the water. So, one part of you in the heart and the other part of you in your head, but balancing them and combining them, because he's combining things, which is really nice. Okay. Yeah, the old way is not going to work anymore. The old way doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't. Like, I can't pretend it works. I can't pretend it works anymore. Like, it's like in my old apartment, the walls were so old. I mean, they were plaster, but they were so dry that you'd put something in it and it would just, you put in like a little tiny nail to put in a picture, like a really tiny, almost like a pin, and it wouldn't hold. And like, that's the way it feels. Feels like I kept on trying to do this thing in this place, and it could be a relationship, it could be like a way of thinking, and it's like it won't hold water anymore. It won't just doesn't work anymore. And I'm ready for something new. And I'm ready for something new. And if I'm dancing around the house, I'm bringing in new energy. Yeah, new opportunities abound. Love that word. New opportunities abound. And what happens to me a lot? Like it's like I say to like my higher self, my higher power. It's like, okay, I'm ready for new things and la la la. And then, somebody or maybe more than one person recommends something, and I could be like, well, and it's not the way I thought it was going to be. It's like, just be open, okay? I think I'm saying this for me. I guess I'm saying it for somebody else. It's like, just be open, okay? Doesn't mean you have to take it, but sometimes, just taking in the information gives you information. All right. Yeah, this is done. Like this whole heartache thing, it's, I boiled it down to what it was, and I looked at it, I looked at the past and the good and the bad, and now it's something else, and I'm going to like use it creatively. And that's what I'm getting. Another page. Pages are all about like newness. Pages are all about like an inkling, an idea, like a little. I like to call it like a butterfly floating by. It's like, well, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. And I think I'm going to try that. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. There's a sense of hope. I know I have the Tower card here, but for me, there's a sense of hope in this whole reading. And the Empress is here, all about abundance and flow and being in the garden. And you know, when I stopped getting crazy, like trying to control my life or my thoughts or my physical environment, and I just like really like let the angels take it. I mean, believe me, first you have to try 75 things, them not working, and then you're like, oh, I'm ready, let go. So I've been there this week. And it's funny now that I let go, like the energy started moving. Like all of a sudden the energy really, really started moving. That's what happened to me. So, because sometimes I think I talk about this a lot. Like we cling to like, oh, it's got to be my way and it's got to be at this time and it has to be this situation. And it's like, what do I know? What do I know? Yeah, the darkness is going to be revealed. It's about letting go of being tied to something so that love can come in and intuition can come in and healing can come in. I think that's the key to the thing reading, actually. It's this energy of like, okay, so like we came through with I am loved, right? But a lot of times, many of us, oh, well, I have to be loved in this way. I have to be loved by this person. I have to receive this gift or this job or this opportunity or whatever. It has to be in what I think love is or isn't, and it has to fit into the box of. And there's a certain like addiction in that, right? There's a certain falseness in that. There's a certain you can't see anything if you're in the dark in that. Like it's almost like you're a little kid, right? And you want a bicycle, and it has to be the blue bicycle, and it has to have the streamers, and it has to have a bell, and blah 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 blah, and it has to come from Uncle so and so. I'm just giving an example, but use it as a metaphor. Well, I want this person or this situation to love me in the way that I want them to love me. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And when it ends up happening is like your uncle can't make it or whatever. And then there's somebody else, or, and they give you a cake or a board game or something. I'm trying to think of something else you can travel on. A wagon. It's like, well, I wanted a bicycle. No, even better, a harmonica. Like a harmonica. And then, you have this energy of like, well, I want things the way I want them because, I'm in charge of my life and I tell the universe how I want everything and I limit it because there's a limitation here. And then we're breaking out of the limitation here. Okay. And the bicycle never shows up or whatever. And you get this harmonica. And after you cry and scream and jump up and down, which I do quite a bit, you start, started playing, I don't know, you start figuring out the harmonica a little bit. And it's kind of fun. And you kind of like it. And I don't know, within like a month or a week or whatever, it's like, you're carrying your harmonica with you and, you're kind of into it. It's like the gift that you received from the universe or from where, right? Well, wasn't what I wanted, wasn't exactly the way I wanted it. It's a gift nonetheless. And, receive it in love, not in limitation, not in, oh, a preconceived idea, a doubt, the harmonica, who knows? Next thing you know, you'll be traveling all over the country singing the blues. Love the harmonica. Such a fabulous instrument. Yeah. Lots of messages coming through, lots of fertile ideas coming through. And it's my second 8, which is nice because 8s are about abundance and awareness. And it's interesting that it's about both. Because sometimes I think the abundance is all around us, because everything, abundance is the way the world works. And it's like, oh, well, it's not the abundance that I think. It's like, it's all abundance. All right. Queen of Wands, the one who knows how to act and when to act in a feisty, fiery way, but she doesn't waste her time, Like she acts at the right time. She doesn't act to act. She doesn't act to act. She acts with her passion in hand, with her creativity, with an intent. That's what I got today. Yeah, okay. There's lots of stuff. This could be a change in passion. It could be a change in passion. Okay. I was walking with my friend. I walked him to the bus because he came to visit, and we had to walk on some pavement, and they're like stones. They're like round stones. It's like cobblestones, but they're really round, and they kind of fit together. Well, a lot of them were popping up. I'm like, I bet I can make something out of that. Like how would I attach 2 of those? So we were talking a little bit about it. It's like, oh, cement. And it's like, oh, it's just an idea. I mean, I don't think I'm going to go get cement, but maybe I will. I don't know. Change in passion. Isis is here. So she creates out of the darkness. She doesn't create. Yeah, she creates out of the darkness, but she uses the darkness and the light. It's a bit of a mystery. It's more than a bit of a mystery. She creates out of your intuition, out of your dreamscape. It's really about following your first gut instinct, about, trusting. Sometimes you look at your life and say 5 or 10 year increments. It's like, I never thought I would be living there. I never thought I would be doing that job. I never thought that this person would still be my friend or that person would no longer be my friend. I never thought my life would have transformed in such a profound manner. Well, life is full of surprises. All right, I'm making room. I am making room. I love doing lives. Honestly, if I could figure out how to do live every day and get money every day, that would be freaking fabulous. I don't know. Because honestly, if it was YouTube every day and that paid the bills, I'd do it. Just put it out there. All right. You have a strategy. Well, a strategy will be revealed because Isis reveals as she reveals. Okay. Toward happiness, joy, and community. It's my third three. My third three. So threes are all about creativity, right? Well, the three energy, it's the energy of the trilogy. So it's the energy of masculine, feminine, right? The dark and the light, the night and the day, whatever opposites you want to bring together, right? And the two of them forming and then forming a third, right? Giving birth to the baby, as it were. So I have that in terms of the Empress, whose Venus is really powerful. I have that in terms of the Three of Cups, which is all about creativity, artistic inspiration, joy, happiness, fulfillment. And where's the third three? And in terms of thought, I have the Three of Swords or messages. The other thing that sometimes I read this card, I know everyone always reads it as heartache, but there's more than one interpretation of every card. The other thing about this one is it's like, well, I learned a hard lesson in this one, and then I learned another hard lesson in this one. But maybe if I put the two of them together, it'll become something that's more creative. Maybe like I kind of missed one piece of it there, I missed one piece of it there, but I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson, and now I'm going to put it together. And actually, it's going to I had a great idea for a business, but the location was wrong. And then I realized, maybe my workers were wrong or something. I'm just giving an example. It's like, okay, but now, all right. Toward wealth. It's really interesting. I have three threes and three tens. I have three threes and three tens. So threes are about creativity, and tens are about completion. So either it could go, well, it could be both, actually, just like what I said. There's a certain creative project or something that's come to an end, right? And it's like it's a finished product, and you're ready to move. Or something is coming to an end, or a few things in your life are like coming to closure. And because like you close the door on that, now something new can bloom. So I have the marigolds upstairs that somebody had given me, and I had about five blooms, but they were all looking a little like, they've done better. And so, they were kind of, and I plucked them off, and it was empty, and I have six blooms already. So sometimes, something needs to die so that more can go forward. Nice seascape. Oh, don't worry, you can watch it again. Don't worry, you can watch it again. And it's not like I make an announcement because I never know what I'm doing. Somebody's like contacted me. Oh, can we do a reading at a certain time? I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of open because it's like I have the whole day to get a certain thing accomplished. And if I do it at 2, I do it at 2. If I do it at 11, I do it at 11. I do it at 5, I do it at 5. As long as I get my thing done. Right. All right, let me show you the cards, and then I'm going to do a few my little announcements. Maybe I'll do a little mini healing. I like doing that. All right, let me show you this. All right. Google is telling me, why is that? Uh-oh. When did the sound give out? When you moved camera. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to do it again. Reinterpret. You can hear me now? You're back. Okay, we're going to do it again at practice. I always interpret them a different way anyway. Away we go. Okay. Yes. Okay. Reinterpret. I hope you can see everything. But this one you can't see, but it's not the best card. Okay. In order to fulfill my dreams, right? I have to let go of an old way of thinking, or it's letting go of me. I am going to work in the physical world and toward my new aspiration. And it's in that work and in the energy of doing it that the what I've been addicted to, what I've been tied to, will be released. And, and it's the timing is always correct. I have a strategy for the future that involves community and is very joyous and full of artistic inspiration. It's full of, creative inspiration. I'm allowing myself to change my mind as I go. I'm blessed by spirit in terms of healing, in terms of intuition, and the gift has been revealed, and the gift has been revealed. I'm losing my English with the Spanish here. Okay. I'm willing to take new opportunities and learn new things. My old way, I grew out of it. I grew out of my old way, and the old structures, they just don't work anymore. I'm being rebalanced by spirit and allowing myself to be healed. Uh, New opportunities arise that are very abundant and freeing, and I'm going to take advantage of them in comfort and in love. Here come more and more messages once I make the decision to let go of the past, right? And the darkness here, that's when the new energy comes in with lots of abundant, fertile messages. Um, I'm being guided by my own intuition, and and the thing is with this card, it's the dark and the light are combining. So it's this energy of like I'm not denying my darkness. I'm not denying like the bad things. I'm going to utilize them. I'm going to use them as fertilizer. I'm going to use them as I'm going to allow spirit to use like maybe even the dark parts of myself or my energy or my experience and and form it into something new. There's a lot of alchemy going on towards something that's really foundational and really lucrative and really stable and really secure that'll last. I'm going to throw a little bit more. You still hear me, right? Yes. Okay. Please say something. You still hear me? That's heart. That means yes. Okay. Um, because the clock is going. Thank you. Yeah, I'm freeing myself from the bondage. I'm freeing myself from my own mental bondage so that I can move into something new. So that I can move into something new. That was my third eight, by the way. That's more expansive. That's more hopeful. That's more based in love. That doesn't limit me. That doesn't limit me. That was a nice reading. Now, okay, so I can see that there are a few people here, and I want to do a little clearing. Let's do a little clearing. I'm just going to do it. I was going to ask, but I think I should just follow my intuition. So let me put the cards together because they make me crazy unless I do it like this. All right. So I'll say a little prayer. If you want, you could recite it with me. This is part of well, it's kind of part of the IET, but it's really more part of the pendulum. The IET is more like I kind of go into like a zone and then administer it. It's a little bit it's like Reiki but stronger. So it's like I'm just completely connected, and the intent is there, and then I do it either physically or energetically. I could send it anywhere in the world. The pendulum is more like a one-on-one. It's more intellectual in a way, because it's like you know what you're letting go of. But the idea, it's like you don't really know what you're letting go of and what you're receiving in a way. It's kind of more mysterious and magical in a way. But the pendulum, so, and now I just wear the pendulum because it's just easier. Okay. And I'm just going to say a prayer. It's like you could just watch it going round and round, but then everyone will turn off the video. It's so much more interesting to look at me. All right. Hyper. I call upon the Holy Spirit to come and clean and clear all of our spaces of all limiting thought patterns and belief systems, of anything and everything that is not for our greatest good and greatest healing from this time and all times. And we send it into the violet from everything that is not for our greatest good and greatest healing from this time and all times. And we send it into the violet fire of transmutation, never to return. 100% now. I ask that all our spaces be sealed in silver and white light of the Holy Spirit, and that we be surrounded and bathed and clothed in the light, the purple, white, and green light of the Holy Spirit. And this be done for our family and friends now. I ask to interact with beings of the highest frequency of love and life in the Godhead only now. Okay. I ask that, I'll show you a little bit of pendulum. It's not going to work. Just do it like this. I usually do it like my sacral or my solar, but this will be fine if I intend it. Okay. I ask that each of us release all energies, all heartache, all sadness, grief, disappointment from whatever chakra they need to be. This is a real general session. From wherever we're holding this energy in our bodies, from this time and from all times, simultaneous lives, parallel universes. I ask that each and every one of us release all these energies that no longer serve us. Any energy that no longer serves our highest good and our highest healing. And we send it all into the violet fire of transmutation, never to return. Okay, it's releasing. So when you're at home, what you can do is whatever comes up first, whatever sound comes up first, sound is very powerful. So it's still releasing. So I'm going to do an Om, okay? Okay. With my guides and angels and your guides and angels, with beings from the highest frequency of light and love from the Godhead only now, I call on Raphael, I call on Uriel, I call on Michael, I call on Gabriel, I call on Zadkiel and Kamiel and Yophiel and Metatron to come and clear and clean and heal each and every one of us, to receive the great love that the Creator has for us, the great love that our ancestors have for us, to open our hearts to receive in a way we've never opened up before, to receive love, to receive comfort, to receive support, to receive guidance, to receive clarity, to receive abundance, to receive goodness, kindness for ourselves, for all of humanity, for the earth, for all the beings on the earth, for the planet. And so it is. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. Yeah. That's what I got. All right. Now, if you want to do some energy work, I'm available. Information is below. If you want to do so either with the pendulum, which helps, the pendulum is really powerful, clears trauma and imprints its opposite. IET, which is like a further element to that. It's your guides and angels that are doing it. I just ask questions and I listen to what they tell me, and then I just do what they tell me to do. It's not me. It's your light doing the work. I involve my light and your light, and we do it. So that's all available below, and tarot reading. So if you have a one question and you're like, oh no, $22. I just added that to the site. And then if you have one question that's like more than one question, that's 40. And then if you want a full half hour, look, we can all do this energy on our own. We can all do this energy on our own. I mean, I have like more experiences in that. Sometimes it's like, well, I need guidance, and I'm really good at that. But I think just sitting with ourselves, oh well, I'm not a healer. It's like everyone's like, oh, I'm not a healer. I'm not an artist. I'm not. It's like you're a human. You're all those things. You're bigger than you think. We all are. It's like, you just say out loud, I call on my guides and angels to heal my heart. I call on my guides and angels to help me let go of this energy. I call on my guides and angels to give me clarity, to send me a new job that is good for me. You go from one crappy job to another crappy job like that. And then just let it go. Because, I know you already tried everything. Once you get to that place of prayer, it's like I've already tried everything. That's my experience. Anyway, so that is my little new moon hello. And if my friend Miguel is watching, hola Miguel, feliz cumpleaños. And I think I have to go into the video and see where it cut off. And I can kind of cut that out if I can figure it out. All right. So blessings to all of you. Enjoy the new moon. Go outside and make believe you see the moon, because you can. It's a new moon. But, do a little something special. Connect. It's just as simple as, I talked about this a couple of days ago. And, with the meditation and this and that, but a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know. It's like, just wait. I'm not taking off my hat, because then you can see that I ain't got no hair. You wake up in the morning. It's like, thank you for being alive. I humbly connect myself with spirit. I humbly connect myself with my higher self to guide me, to protect me, to lead me. That's it. It doesn't even take that long. All right. So that is my little take for the new moon. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad the electricity went on. And back to the things that I have to get back to. More translation. It's really interesting. I'm really trying with the Spanish more and more. So I'm practicing Spanish more and more. And a lot of my friends here, they've become very strict, and which is fine. I mean, I'm grateful for it, but I forget the English words, and it's not like I know the Spanish one. So it's like, that thing, but usually it's conceptual. It's like, oh God. Wonderful, Angie. Angie, I'm open to it. So it's like, oh, well, I can only do this much. I'm open. So contact me. You have my email. No, I'm not. No. Solo español, no Spanglish. Solo español. One of my clients, I did Zoom today, and I started talking Spanish. He was like, oh, your Spanish is great. My pronunciation is pretty good. So they all assume. Like, I know my 6 sentences, and then you ask me a question, and it's like, I don't know what that verb is. I don't know what that tense is. I don't know. And I think sometimes I'm too hard on myself. It's, sometimes you hear a sentence and you don't get one word. It's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, no, I do have an idea. All right. Time to go. So, IET, pendulum, tarot, beautiful art, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I switched one today. did a switcheroo. And now I'm going to the roof. Now I'm going to the roof because the sun, well, I have another hour, but I'm going to the roof. All right. Blessings. Thank you all for being here. And I'll talk to you all soon. The other thing is, if you have suggestions, it's like, what are the videos you want to see me doing? You know, it's really funny. I'm losing subscribers, but I'm getting more people commenting. And like the people who are with me are really with me. And I can get all weird about myself. I mean, believe me, I wish I had 20,000 subscribers. That'd be freaking fantastic. But I want to know where to go, you know. But I mean, I kind of know where to go. It's all about healing, and it's all about meditation. It's all about love, and it's all about hope. All right. See you soon. Blessings. Blessings.